channel. I hope you're all doing as well as possible. This video is all about rising up, shining your light, and moving through insecurity, insecurities. I have had this on my list of videos to create for a while, but as we were doing our live stream on Thursday for the new moon, thank you to everyone who was there, that just filled me with so much joy and connection to you all. I just love connecting with you all. You're just so cool. So during that, when we were kind of chatting about what are certain things that we're wanting to release and what are certain things that we're wanting to call more of, and there were a few things that really stood out, kind of many people sharing similar things that you're moving through. And so I think over the course of the next few videos, sessions here, I wanted to just provide some of this for you, for the collective. That feels like the right thing to do. And as always, it's such a joy hearing from you. Your comments down below really help me to understand what kind of videos you want to see, what you're moving through, what you're working on. I love knowing that. It helps me to, create these sessions that are going to be the most kind of helpful for you. And I also just love the community that we've created here. It makes me really, really happy. So we're going to go ahead and start with 2 selenite wands. So just want to move through your aura and just begin with a little bit of a clearing. I'm not sure if you can hear, but we have some rain outside, and I think this can be nice to use the elements to help us with this kind of energy work. Using the rain for clearing. So we're going to start with our 2 selenite wands. If you have any stones that you like to clear with and you're participating a little bit more, feel free to grab those now. If you're just here to hang out and relax, let's do that. If you're called to take a deep, rejuvenating breath. Beautiful. Again, starting at the crown and moving down. Breath can be such a powerful way to connect with our body, our emotions, the mental plane, and the spiritual realm. It can help get things moving and flowing. It can invite that life force energy. Let's take one more deep, rejuvenating breath here together. Clearing in the hips now. outside of the hips. How was the new moon for you? Are there any sort of any movement that's happened in terms of your manifestations or intentions? Whether or not you were there for the live stream, I'd love to just hear what you're working on, what you're moving through, how life is for you. Sending you a lot of love. Beautiful. I'm going to light this candle and set our intention for the session today. Like I said, we're going to really be moving through insecurity. This can creep up in all of us, and it's a great reminder to look inward, reconnect with ourselves, maybe take a little detox from our devices. A little digital detox, just to kind of reconnect with ourselves. Developing healthy habits around or consuming can be a really powerful practice. Not easy anytime we're inviting in a change, something new. Our ego is gonna rebel against it, try to convince us that it's too scary, dangerous, hard, not good for us. Yeah. But I do think that can be really helpful when we're feeling insecure. It can be really distracting. Starting with recognizing ways in which you are enormously secure. Can be really powerful, I think. Little keys in to unlocking that blockage that we So on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned selves, in loving comfort and perfect balance and harmony, I wish to conduct this distance Reiki session for helping you move into and through these blockages parsing through these insecurities so that you can shine the brighter and share all of your varied gifts with the world. Now, if you wish to set your own intention here, as long as it's in service of everyone's highest, wisest selves, then I now leave this flame open for you to do that. You can also clarify or specify the intention that we've set together here. Lovely. You can always pause the video if you take a little bit longer. I felt quite sad when a lot of you shared that you're dealing with insecurity. I'm sorry to hear that, and I know that you can move through it, learn the lessons that it can teach you. I know that you can, but I also know how incredibly painful it can be to be kind of either, stuck in the kind of quicksand of self-doubt and insecurity. Also caught in that vortex of all of these, where that insecurity can kind of take you, or this thought cycles. So it's very challenging, and I also know that it's a season, and you'll move through it. It's not forever. Spraying this as a tea tree, just tea tree. Like my favorite. Spraying to your right. Spraying to your left. Spraying above your head. Spraying down your feet. It smells so fresh in here now. Okay. So now I am going to draw the sacred symbols just outside of your heart center. Okay. Thank you. Now I'm going to light a little bit of sage off of this candle here. Preserving the intention that we've set and using the smoke to clear anything that's not in service of that intention. Just gonna use my little sacred ashtray. Just move down through your aura here, clearing and cleansing, clearing and cleansing. Where do these insecurities live in you? Are they in the mental plane, negative thought loops? Are they in the heart space? Creating blockages here, preventing that self-love and universal love of one another? Are you prone to judgment of self and others? It usually resides here in the heart chakra. Is it here in the solar plexus? Probably. This insecurity making you feel in any way less than. Is any of this mental stuff telling you that you are not capable of doing something? Are you finding yourself comparing? Could be another great reason for a little digital detox. Or does it perhaps pertain to creativity, creative blockages, another place where comparison can be lethal? Such a deterrent to creativity, comparison. For some of us, maybe it's inspiring to others. Who knows, we're all different, right? But it can be sometimes. That comparison. Is it in the root, perhaps? The root pertains to feeling secure, safe. So when we're looking at insecurity in terms of Reiki and chakra work, energetic healing, what I like to do is do a lot of clearing and then working with stones associated with the solar plexus and with the root. Inviting in confidence and feelings of security. Fortunately for all of us, sometimes unfortunately, but no, we're all connected. We're all connected. We all can depend on the energy around us to support us. The energy of Mother Earth, the energy of the cosmos, knowing that there are individuals around the world who are sending us love energetically, Many of you send each other love, which is like, every time I see that, I mean, you all just are so supportive of each other. I really just, this is such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing how amazingly supportive you are of each other. Shows great. Strength and compassion to share and also to support each other and be present for each other. It's so beautiful. Okay. So I'm feeling pretty clear here. Now, the last thing I'd like to do for clearing is to borrow from Silver Hare, whose channel I've spoken about before. I'll leave it below. But I'm going to be using these scissors to kind of pull any connection to an idea about who you should be and how you're not measuring up. Now, this is different than setting intentions about the way that we want to behave and how we want to show up in the world and kind of becoming our future self. This is more tapping into the energy of insecurities, particularly ones that are really deep and that feel more like little kernels, nuggets, strings, bonds of self-loathing. Seeing if we can energetically pull out some of those strings and cut. This isn't cord cutting or anything like that. This is just, just a little bit of an energetic clearing, a little bit deeper of a clearing. And hopefully we have some nice sounds here too. But this is just about that energy that you're holding within yourself. It's not about the energy that's connecting you to others or anything like that. So we're going to start here at the crown. We're going to see if we can find anything. So for this, if you wanted to invite your attention to where we're kind of moving, or you can just chill, whatever you want. Okay. So with each of these strings that we cut, if you want to just envision something that you'd like to clear in this way. Now it can be associated with the chakra that we're moving through, but it can also just be whatever comes up in this moment. With the crown chakra, this can be a lot to do with blockages when it comes to connecting with divine energy, connecting with spirituality. That oneness that we spoke about can be a blockage in the crown or in the third eye, depending. So and you can also treat this just as a general kind of energy clearing where you don't have to bring anything up, but rather just kind of trust and open up your intention for what isn't of service to your highest self to be offered up for clearing, for being kind of snipped away here. Moving into the third eye, this is like wisdom, intuition, anything like that. If you're feeling insecure about your ability to kind of connect with your intuition, with your higher intellect, with your sense of perception, perceived reality. If you're feeling insecure about meditation, there's like a lot of things that are connected to spiritual practice here. Connection to others, visions, any of that. If there's any kind of feelings of insecurity associated with this. If the phrase know thyself brings up any insecurities here, just offering this up to be cleared for you. You're doing a great job. I'm going to put these selenite wands just to the side here. Okay. Wow, feeling really good. Great. Now we're going to move into the throat chakra here. Anything here that feels maybe stuck or held or tight or tense? This has a lot to do with our sense of personal expression, our connection to truth, honesty, openness. Is there anything here that's preventing you from feeling secure in yourself? This has a lot to do with others and our connection to others. Communication. Just a lot of blockages with that. So is there anything here that's making you insecure? Probably, right? Probably. It's just, there might be. I don't want to disempower you. But it would be. It's pretty common. I'm feeling a lot more here than I was in the third eye or the crown. So, is there any, when you express yourself, are you met with acceptance, validation of your experience, curiosity, someone who listens with empathy, listens to understand you? Or are you met with resistance, distrust maybe? Are you met with things that you've shared? Now, I know a few of you, one of you mentioned recently that you're struggling with your boss or someone that you're working with. So are you being met with a kind of disregard for your experience, invalidation of your experience? So just inviting this real felt sense that that's not a reflection of you, but rather of them and their own experience and their own journey. And just because your experience is not met with the validation it deserves, just because your truth is not received in a respectful way, doesn't mean that it's not worthy of being shared, that your voice doesn't have value. Of course, your voice has so much value. And sometimes we want to learn the lesson. Some people are more deserving of our expression, vulnerability, and honesty than others. It's a beautiful thing, your voice. We just want to make sure that we're honoring and preserving it. Or maybe you're feeling a blockage when it comes to self-expression and truth. You're having a hard time telling the truth or being honest, maybe. So that might be bringing in some insecurity there. Getting a lot of information coming at me right now. Siblings, maybe some stuff happening with siblings. And some parent stuff. So, that communication. We got a lot going on here. I'm just gonna clear a little bit in the throat here. Using our sage one more time here. And I'm still staying, a fair amount away from you. I'm not super close to you with this smoke. Just saying. Great. Doing great. Now we're going to move into the heart chakra. So maybe we can kind of clear any judgments. Any of that blockages, any of those blockages that kind of prevent us from feeling connected. It has to do with universal love, self-love. Now in the solar plexus, 2 to 3 fingers beneath the belly button. The Sun card in tarot, shining our light, shining your beautiful light. This connection to your value, your sense of worth, your deep sense of worth. Just clearing anything that's preventing you to resonate with that. Preventing you from resonating with that. Mercury retrograde, really, I'm so tongue-tied. Technology has been bananas. It's just, it's a funny one. So clearing anything here. Okay. Great. Action, taking action. There's some insecurity in terms of maybe you want to you've got all these ideas about personal improvement. It feels very Gemini, very of the season, personal development, your personality, your experience of this lifetime through your own lens, how you can improve yourself in that way. This kind of reflection can sometimes happen, and wanting to, start a new routine, morning routine or whatever it might be, and then feeling insecure that you're not where you want to be with things. Maybe when it comes to productivity, I like to associate productivity with the solar plexus, that kind of can-do, go-getter mentality. When we're really resonating with the energy of the sun, the solar plexus, we can really tap into that motivated, active, productive kind of side. And when we're too, far on the other side, dealing with an overactive solar plexus, we can sometimes tip over into getting overwhelmed, overworking, identifying with our career, identifying with our to-do list, allowing our to-do list to kind of build up our sense of worth or something like that. So we want to have a balance here where we recognize that if we were to do absolutely nothing from now to the end of our time here, we would still have value, we would still have worth, and yet we can create a beautiful harmony here between what we want to achieve, how we want to be of service, following our passions, listening to our guides and our guidance, intuition, taking action, moving through the world with compassion, finding that balance. But I just want to clear anything that's, over or underactive in this chakra here, particularly as it pertains to feelings of insecurity, feelings of self-doubt, or a lot of you have shared that you're starting new business ventures, which I'm so excited for you all, and I'd love to hear your progress and how you're doing and all of that. But just knowing that it's all worth it, no matter what, because you are going to grow and learn from trying something new. Change is really scary, but you will always be a great teacher. Okay, next, sacral. Clearing anything to do with kind of emotional blockages here. I'm feeling clearing anything that might have to do with your connection to joy, maybe your connection to your sense of sexuality, or maybe sensuality even. Maybe clearing anything that feels, clearing any blockages that are coming up with regards to that, not, you know what I mean. Anything that's kind of blocking you from tapping into your sexuality, or blocking you from tapping into your sensuality. That's what I mean. In healthy, obviously, healthy, connected ways. But you could also have a blockage here when it comes to creativity. Feeling insecure about your ability to be creative, your ability to feel inspired and be sort of divinely connected, so that you can really tap into that creativity. I'm just going to do a little bit of spray here. Beautiful. Now moving into the root here. Any insecurities here in the root? Feeling insecure about your sense of, I was going to say safety, but obviously I always leave a lifeline down below, a free lifeline if you're feeling unsafe, really reach out and get that proper help that you need. That's not what we're talking about here. This is always meant to be a compliment to the work you're doing on yourself. I just want to make that clear. But you are, if you're feeling just feeling really anxious, I'm feeling like I'm having a really hard time kind of grounding or centering, just kind of clearing what we can here with regards to that. Seeing what would this little bind be? What would that little tie be that's connecting me to that feeling? How can we cut it? Bringing it up, even recognizing and being kind of called on to name it, identify what it could be. That's a powerful practice in and of itself. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Gonna run these scissors underneath the flame here. Do a little bit more spraying just to further clear anything. Yummy. How are you feeling? Feels good. Feels good. Good. It's really coming down now. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's so pleasant. Let that rain just wash down you. Wash down you. Let that be part of this clearing. Alright, my darling. Just connecting here, your crown chakra to your root chakra. Inviting a beautiful circle of energy, healing, warm, glimmering lights into the crown and the root. One hand on the top of your head and one on your right hip. Oh, it's so beautiful outside. I hope you can hear the rain. It's comforting you. You're staying dry, you're here, you're comfortable, you're safe. But it's clearing. Connecting now your sacral and your third eye here. One hand here and 1, 2 to 3 fingers beneath your belly button. Beautiful embrace, a warm, glimmering embrace here. And now on your solar plexus and on your throat. Not touching your throat, just hovering outside and placing my hands on your solar plexus here. You're free to express yourself. You have so much value. Just as you are right now. Yes, we can want to aspire to be better, but just as you are right now, you are enough. You do enough. You are enough. And you're so worthy of love and belonging. You're so worthy of expressing your truth, expressing your experience. Gorgeous. And now the heart chakra here. You're so deserving of your own love. Finding ways to love yourself just as you are, I think it's one of the most important things we can do. Loving yourself. Accepting yourself just as you are, right here, right now. How can you love yourself right here, right now? Place your hands on your heart here if you want. You are a being of light. You are part of something bigger. You are so deserving of love, compassion, belonging, care, kindness. So what I'd like to do now is play our F notes singing bowl, resonating with the heart chakra, inviting in a deep sense of self-love here. So I'm going to grab that. I might cut away and sort of show a closer angle of me playing so that you can see the bowl as well as kind of hearing the sound and seeing what's going on. So let me grab that now. So here is our 432 hertz of note singing bowl for the heart chakra. Going to be just playing this, trying to clear any blockages there, and just inviting hopefully a really harmonizing energy throughout the body. So I'm going to play it here, and then we'll kind of do some closer so that you can see a bit better. So I'm taking the mallet here and begin to play. the energy is buzzing all over. And take two of my favorite stones that I love to use for confidence, feelings of self-worth, personal empowerment, insecurity. This raw tiger's eye, I think, is probably my favorite one for playing around with this energy. And this citrine, joyful, sunny, vibrant citrine. So we're going to start at the crown. We're going to work our way down, clearing and cleansing. In the mental plane here, how can you show up for yourself? How can you help yourself feel more secure? Almost like a big brother, a big sister, a big, like a cousin or a big cousin. Mentor, friend, parent. How can you show up for yourself in this way? How can you help yourself move through this insecurity? For a moment, I'd like for you to just engage in a dialogue, as if you're talking to a loved one. A little brother, a little sister, a friend, a child. And if they came to you and said, I feel really bad, I feel really insecure, what would you say to them? How would you help them? How would you show up for them? You are deserving of the same care and attention, love and kindness. How can you show up for yourself here? How can you help yourself move through this? Gorgeous. Beautiful. I'm sending you all so much love and support. Just know as you move through this that there are so many people, strangers, people you've never met, that are rooting for you. Your guides are rooting for you. Your angels, energy workers, I'm rooting for you. whatever is best for you. I hope that you receive. Yeah, I just want the best for you. All right. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are confident. You are capable. You are creative and you are emotionally balanced. You are safe. You are grounded. You are centered. You are secure. You are secure. Thank you so much for joining today. It really has been a joy connecting with you on this one, and I hope this helps as you move through any of these feelings and challenges. Until I see you again, be well. I wish to call in guidance from these cards. It's to show us anything we might not be seeing. For all the benevolence in the world. Reiki with Anna.